Welcome to Nature Cures with Stacia Alicia, where we explore inspiring stories of natural healing and transformation. I'm your host, Stacia Alicia, and I'm so excited to have you here today. Today's guest is someone whose story I know will touch and inspire you. We're joined by Kadeen, who has made remarkable progress on her journey of healing from obesity, fibroids, PCOS, and a CRP skin condition. Her resilience and commitment to natural healing are nothing short of extraordinary. Before we dive in, I want to share a quick disclaimer. I'm not a nutritionist or health professional. The information shared on this podcast is based on personal experiences, mine and my guests. If you choose to apply any of the insights shared here, you do so at your own risk and take full responsibility for the outcomes. Results may vary, and any advice or information shared is general and doesn't take into account your specific circumstances. Also, the thoughts and experiences shared by my guests are their own and may not necessarily reflect my opinions. Always consult with a qualified health professional before making changes to your lifestyle or health practices. Hi, Kadeen.
Hi, Stacia.
All right. So, thank you again for joining us. Can you share a bit about your life before your healing journey? What were the challenges that you were facing?
I was fat. Really fat. Alright, so before my healing journey, I struggled with being very overweight. I was like 230 pounds. I was feeling so lethargic and just lazy all the time, tired. And then I started to feel like tingling in my hands and feet. And I was like, this isn't normal. And even before that, I had a PCOS issues, and after which thought I got rid of that, and then here comes fibroids. So that was a struggle, but I don't think I had it as many stories that I've heard that were very rough. That wasn't my thing, but fibroids, PCOS, I had even a gallstone issue. Being overweight wasn't helping any at all, and also the tingling in my hands and feet. So that was quite this started like late 20s into my 30s, and going on, I was still on a journey.
Tell us about the CRP skin condition, because I remember you also saying that you struggled with that as well.
Oh wow, yes, I had a skin condition, and it was a CRP. For that long name, but it's a CRP, right? But it was a skin condition where it looked almost like eczema on the skin. And so I've been to many dermatologists, and all they said to me was, it cannot be, I can't get rid of it. It is a bacteria that is on the skin, and I have to always be taking pills or having a topical cream. And I'm like, this could not be my life, you know. And even before that, there was another thing. I kept getting a yeast infection every time before my period or during my period or whenever it's period time. A yeast infection. Going to the doctor is like, oh, you have hormone imbalance, so what I'm going to do is put you on birth control, and you just take the birth controls for the rest of your life. And also he gave me some other meds that I should take like a couple of days before the period in order for the yeast infection not to appear. And I'm like, is this for the rest of my life? This cannot be normal.
What was the actual turning point that made you decide to take control of your health?
All right, so when I was, so let's start with the gallstone. So when I was diagnosed, because I kept feeling a pain in my right side, And upon, the doctors doing them thing, going through an x-ray or a whatever ray they call it, they found that I had gallstones. So the next step he said was, oh, you need to remove the gallbladder. And I was like, what? He said, yes, we need to surgically remove the gallbladder, and told me the cost and everything. And I left that doctor's office to say, no, man, there must be some natural. I don't want to go and eat the knife. I don't want to take up my gallbladder. And then I went to do the research, because Google will tell you, say, you're dead. But, when I did my research, and the purpose of my gallbladder, that function is going to be removed, and this is your gallbladder actually helps to get rid of toxin out of your system. And so I'm like, all right then, how else can I remove the gallstones without removing my gallbladder? And this is when the healthy lifestyle kind of started. So it says have a lot of roughage in your diet, your callaloo, your orange gutter, your oranges, your green bananas, and so on. So you're eating a lot of that. So from then, I think my plant-based really started out that way, So I started eating a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits, and lo and behold, and then the remedy, the castor oil. Putting the castor oil and drinking a little bit of the castor oil and stuff like that. I passed the gallstones naturally. I have not had an issue with gallstones or gallbladder since. Right? So that was one. The second one was when the doctor, again, when these doctors tell you, oh, the only way to do anything is to surgically remove anything. When they said I should do the surgery for the fibroids, that was going to cost me $500,000. And this was 20, around 2011, 2012, thereabout. And I'm like, 500,000 enough? It's still enough? No. But, and I'm like, good gosh, how can I do this again, naturally? Started to do research, started to follow people who have been through the same journey. And then I also have friends who have removed their fibroids and it grew back. So I'm like, this is not a solution, because we're not getting the root cause. We're not solving the problem, right? And so I started to read, this is when I started to know, eliminate certain things out of my diet. So the red meat went first. So I was down to chicken and fish. And then you hear that the chicken had so much hormones in it, and it heightens the estrogen and stuff level, and this is what caused the fibroids. And so then I took the chicken out of the diet. So I was down to fish and seafood, and then there comes another issue of still being overweight and fat and a skin condition. And I'm like, all right, let's work on this. So I decided, I actually had an experience too. This is not really health, well, mental health issue, where I had a personal experience of feeling, I won't go into the details, but of feeling, experiencing low self-esteem. You're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not beautiful enough, you don't fit in because you're not of a certain body type, or you don't have a certain feature, your hair don't look a certain way. And so I just that was probably a low point in feeling like I wasn't enough. And so then I decided, oh, I'm going to take the health journey and do this exercise and get in shape, the little waist and the big hip. I'm not on the butt, but we're going to work on it. So this is where now I took that up very serious. I said, all right, then let's do now just a little fish and taking out certain foods out of the diet and stuff. But I lost some weight. I did lose some weight, but it wasn't sustainable. And so after I started to eat, said normal, eating anything, the breads, the this, the that, you started to gain weight again. So in 2021 when I met you and saw, as a matter of fact, I saw the raw food challenge in 2021. I was like, I'm going to try this. I am going to try this. If this should work. I was already on a journey. My mind was already set. I was doing my morning exercises. I was the only thing is I was still eating processed foods, your breads, your fish, and so on, and still intaking processed sugars and stuff. So I said, let me try this and see if it works. Lo and behold, who can tell me? Nobody can tell me nothing about whole foods, foods from the earth, foods, just natural foods, because of the changes I felt and the changes I saw in my body. First of all, my skin glowed. What is a CPR?
CRP.
CRP. What is a CRP? I don't know what that is anymore. My skin just cleared right up. So I have a thing now too that I say beauty begins within. Beauty actually begins within, because whatever you take in, they say garbage in, garbage out. Whatever is on the inside is going to show on the outside. The pimples, the acne, the skin conditions. Once you clean up the vessel on the inside, it is going to reflect outside. We just need to be patient. Because this is not an overnight quick fix thing. So the 21 days challenge, that taught me a lot.
Okay. For those who don't know what the 21 days raw challenge is, give us an idea of what you were able to eat and what your lifestyle was like during those 21 days.
So you are able to eat in abundance. Let me tell you that, in abundance. So first, no processed foods. Let me not start with the nose. Let me say what is. Eating fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds, water or coconut water. That's it. No cooked food for 21 days. Nothing over 100, heated over 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Right?
When you went on the 21 days raw journey, how did your body feel? I know you said how it felt eventually, but were there any symptoms or detox reactions? Were there any reactions at all?
The first 3 days were absolute torture. No, let me not scare anybody. But the first 3 days were rough. One, because I felt like somebody coming off, an addict, especially when you're coming off sugar and you're eliminating the processed sugar. It's like your body is starting to crave, okay, I want this, and I want to sweeten this with something else other than some fruits. So that was hard. But as the days progressed, you got, in the first 3 days you may have I experienced a little headache here and there. It wasn't severe, but you just have a headache as if, when Jamaican people say, oh, gas I take you up, gas in your head, you want to some tea or some tea or something. So that was it. But nothing too extra for me.
So you gave us the status on the CRP, skin condition, the gallbladder. Tell us about what's the status on the fibroids, and also you said you were 230 pounds initially.
Right.
So give us the status on you,
Right.
what happened during that time for your weight as well.
So after starting the weight loss and the healing journey, I went from 230 to 172. 172, that was where I was at. And
so that's like almost 60 pounds.
Almost 60 pounds, right? So, and even with my fibroids, or even had a cyst on my right ovary, when I checked last December, there was no cyst, and that cyst was actually the doctor said it was like a dermoid cyst, and for persons who don't know what that is not a simple cyst. Simple cysts are filled with fluids and easy to burst. They will go away by themselves. However, a dermoid cyst is one with more of mass, like blood and hair, and they say sometimes teeth and nails and whatever else in there, whatever. It's just like a mass, a hard mass. And that was on the right ovary. And last year, December, I did my ultrasound, and the radiologist said he's not seeing that. What he's seeing is a erupted sac, like something that self erupt, like it disappeared by, like it shrink and went by itself. Fibroids have shrink to significant sizes, smaller sizes. So I know that I'm actually doing something good, you know, and I'm continuing on this journey. The journey don't finish. It's a journey. It's not ended. So I'm still on that journey.
Oh wow, I love that. I love that. Yeah, because a lot of persons think that you can't heal fibroids, but you're a
Right.
testament that you can, with lifestyle and diet changes, you are able to heal yourself.
True.
Because nature cures. What was the hardest truth that you had to face about yourself during your healing process?
Hardest truth. Oh Lord. You know, being consistent. Being very consistent and being dedicated to one cause.
So you are saying that you were not consistent? What was...
All right, so I wasn't consistent with so-called diet or eating healthy or eating the right way. So once you say, all right, I want to lose a few pounds, you start off, let's say you have a target, your birthday. Everybody wants to lose weight for the birthday. So you start off there, but once the birthday comes, that is it. So you're not consistent. It's not a lifestyle. What we did was diet, and diets die. So once we took up what what I realized is that this is a lifestyle that I'm going to be now following instead of, dieting.
You spoke about changing your diet and making it a lifestyle and doing the exercise. What other wellness habits became a non-negotiable for you during this time?
Non-negotiable. Eating fruits before 12. Eating fruits, or just not having a heavy starchy breakfast before noon. That is like, yeah. So it's getting up in the mornings, drinking water, room temperature water, whether with lime or lemon, or just having some fruits, or if I don't even have the fruits, it's just the water right up till noon. I'm okay, I'm fine. If not, if I even feel a little hunger, it is going to be fruits or coconut water.
What was the most challenging time during your healing journey, and how did you overcome it?
Challenging. Two things. Girl, I love my brown stew fish. That was the hardest thing to let go, the brown stew fish, and getting up every morning, being consistent with exercising, the fitness challenge. That part was hectic because it wasn't something that was a part of me all the time, and so doing it every morning at 5:30, getting up and being at it was really a challenge for me.
How did you overcome it?
I did it through the same feeling of I can't bother, I don't feel up to it, I'm tired. But the end goal that I have in mind made me push through the healing, like how I want to feel going forward, and knowing how good this is going to get, rather than the now moment, not wanting to live in the PH pharmacy, and being able to live and have a better quality of life. Yes.
Who or what inspired you the most when things felt impossible?
And I have to say, Stacia, having an accountability partner out of that 21-day challenge was one of the best things and kept me motivated. Being a part of a supportive group on WhatsApp was another good thing. You yourself, Stacia, being the person who you are, pushing and encouraging us to be a better version of ourselves than what we are today, was one of the biggest support for me.
Aww. All right, so imagine speaking to your illness face to face. Well, in your case, illnesses. You are speaking to the fibroids, the CRP skin condition, the gallstones, the PCOS, the obesity, the yeast infection. What would you say to them?
You can't stop me now. You can't even see. Ooh, yeah, what would I say to them now? Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me. Yeah, that I can definitely beat you. I am greater than illnesses. I am greater than an illness. I am better than you. I am better than that. Yeah.
Yes, you are. What's one thing that you did during your healing journey that people thought was crazy, but that it worked for you?
Crazy. Hey, just being on that 21-day challenge, raw challenge, people, because that is not the norm for, especially being a Jamaican. Being in Jamaica, you grow up on meat, you grow up on rice and peas, you grow up on cooked food. We eat 3 cooked meals per day. In the morning, you're getting up having your bread and your egg and your sausage and your this in the morning. By 12 o'clock, we're eating lunch again, which is rice and peas and chicken. By 5:30, 6 o'clock, you're eating your dinner, which is yam, banana, dumpling, and some other meat. So on that 21-day journey where you're not eating any cooked food, we not even start with meat, but no cooked meal, you're crazy. People call me goat. People call me rabbit. So why we don't eat just to eat some grass? Yeah. So people are like, no, you weird. But then when they see results and they look at how you operate and you look even younger, cause being 41 at the time, or yeah, people are like, when I look at my pictures at age 35, 36, I'm like, who forgot that? Whose grandmother is that? Yeah, man, no. So when they started seeing the results, that's when they're like, yeah, that works for you.
And we have pictures to show. But what's one myth about health or wellness that you would love to debunk based on your personal experience?
I would say that it is expensive.
Oh, okay. Elaborate.
Some things, they say being healthy or living healthy is very expensive and they can't afford it. But what I'll say is being sick, being in the hospital, paying a doctor's bill is more expensive than living. I'd rather live in an expensive body than in an expensive hospital, right?
Or a coffin, right?
Or a coffin. So and there are some things we can, a lot of people go in the healthy way but are buying processed healthy food. So they're buying processed food in the supermarkets. Yes, you have to pay for that, but we need to eat what is in season. We need to purchase at the markets. We need to purchase at our local farms and vendors rather than in the supermarkets or the processed foods. We need to eat more natural. So we eat the fruits that are in season. We eat the vegetables that are in season, you know, and it is more affordable. Yeah.
Okay. You spoke about this before when you said you had a self esteem issue, but I want to know some more. How did your self image and self love evolve as you healed physically and emotionally? And how did it evolve over time?
Girl, when it starts to the smooth skin and the flat belly, well, we did have a flat ass, but it was flat. But it boosted confidence and you started to feel alive, especially after exercising in the mornings and eating right. You actually felt like a burst of energy. You know, people are saying, "Oh, you get a boost of energy." It is actually true. It's like you keep going throughout the day. It's like your body just feel light. You feel like you're walking on clouds. So I did get a different like I viewed myself way different than I was viewing it when I was 30 and 35 thereabout.
I heard you say that it changed the way how you viewed certain things. Elaborate, give us some more details. How did it change the way that you viewed life or even how you viewed your purpose?
Yeah, it definitely did. It definitely did because this is no everybody will say you must die one day. But yeah, all of us it's inevitable, but it's the quality of life that we live while we're in our dash. From when you were born to when you die. That dash between there, it is a quality of life that we live right in between there that makes the difference. So it made me even because of this change in lifestyle or different outlook, I even made a change in my business to introduce plant-based foods in my business because I know the power of plants and I know what it can do to the body, what it will do to help other persons. So my purpose now or is to help as many persons through plants or even living a better quality of life through the little knowledge that I have or the foods that I produce for them or provide for them. Yes.
You said that it impacted your business offerings. For those who have no idea what you do, give us a synopsis of your business, what you do, what you provide.
Yes. So before I get right into that, I remember when I was even overweight, right? And I kept complaining to one of my friends, oh my gosh, I can't lose weight and I can't this, I'm still on my healing journey, I'm still on my weight loss journey. But she said one thing to me based on my business. So I own and operate Fruit Blossoms, which is a fruit arrangement business. So we do fruit bouquets, we provide fruit platters, smoothies, juices, anything to do with fruits, you know, making fruits the root to anything. And my friend turned to me and she said, you know, you're not using the same things that you provide or that you have for the advantage of yourself, for yourself. So I'm not using those same fruits because trust me, it was just a business. It was just cutting up the fruits, making it pretty and giving it as a gift, not realizing that this actually is the healer. This is what is going to assist you in healing, in living a better life. So yes, when I was only doing fruit bouquets, after the change in the lifestyle, this is when I now introduced like my salads and the wraps. I have a plantain wrap, which is made from ripe plantains only, no flour, no gluten, nothing like that. We do our burgers, we do our tacos made with ripe breadfruit, ripe plantains, and so persons have been enjoying this journey, and it's like not even just the journey but just the food. Even if you're a meat lover or not on this side of the world, of the plant world, but persons who have experienced it is like, oh my God, are you sure I'm not having meat because of so much flavor? And I tell people all the time, What do you use to flavor meats or to season it? You're not eating it raw. It's the same plants that we use to provide flavor. So we just take the same principle and add it over here in the plant-based world.
What's one piece of advice that you would give to someone who is just starting their healing journey?
Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the journey. It is slow but sure. So just be patient and be consistent. And even with being consistent and patient, the first thing first, you have to decide. You have to decide that you want this and how badly do you want it. Then be consistent and be patient with yourself.
If you could design a starter pack for someone who is just beginning their healing journey, what would you put in it?
A starter pack. A starter pack. Would that be, is it like anything with food or anything at
No,
all?
anything you want to put in it health-wise. For example, suppose you want to put a specific book that you read. Suppose you want to put specific food, a specific tool that you use. What would be in that starter pack for someone who says, Kadeen, I'm starting my healing journey. I need a starter pack.
So first, a starter pack. So one, Stacia has a book, 21 Days Raw. You need that guide. You need that guide. And definitely, well, these are perishable. So I'd go with limes and lemons, water, water bottle, carry a bottle, a water bottle or a carrier. And I'd also put what they call them, some containers, like a meal prep containers, because we need to be prepared, especially when you're on a healing journey and you want to eat the way you want to eat. Many times if we're on the road, you don't get that kind of food, so you have to prepare from home, carrying your own food. So I would put some containers in that starter pack. Yes.
Okay, everything that Kadeen has said she will put in a starter pack, I'll put them with a link in the description section. So that's Kadeen's starter pack.
You know one other thing, if you're a coconut water person, you need a coconut opener. You need a coconut opener in that starter pack. Yes.
Okay, thanks. What's a daily ritual or practice that you can't live without, know that you have experienced the results or the benefits of it?
Can't live without. I can't live without. It's, I would say, I'm not gonna say I can't live without it, but it is essential for me, and it is really like water, coconut water, thereabout. I would have, like, people would say, come have a drink. I was like, yeah, some water, coconut water.
What's okay, you spoke about coconut water. What are the benefits that you see from drinking coconut water?
Boost of energy, because the electrolytes in coconut water, clearer skin, it helps to remove the toxins out of your body. So it's like it's a go-to. It's like a must. If I'm looking for something to drink, it's coconut water. Yeah.
All right, so let's go to, I'm going to call this section roots and remedies, right? Because this is nature cures. So we need to ask this question to all our guests. What's one natural cure, remedy, or practice you swear by that you think that everybody should try?
I swear by. Hey, as a Jamaican, teas, herbs, I will swear by them. It's not just any tea. We're not talking Milo, we're not talking coffee, we're talking herbs here. Because I just had a recent experience of going through the flu or the cold, and everybody was like, take some Panadol, take some painkillers or something, and I'm like, no, I stuck to leaf of life, the French thyme, some people call it oregano. I stuck to guava leaf, mango leaf, soursop leaf, ginger, garlic, those things. And within 2 to 3 days, that was it. I mean, yeah. So I'll say the herbs.
The herbal teas. All right. All right. So this is the Nature Cure Challenge. I want you to give the audience a challenge. If you could challenge our listeners to try one healing habit for this week, what would it be?
One healing habit. For this week.
Yeah.
Ooh. Exercise.
So the challenge is for them to exercise every day this week?
Every day this week, or because I mean that exercise and no meat this week.
They're giving them two challenge now. Decide which one they want.
No meat this week.
All right, viewers, no meat this week. If you are taking on KADEEN'S Nature Cures Challenge, please leave a comment so that we can stay accountable to each other, and let us know your no meat experience at the end of this week. All right, now this works for me. I am a lover of music and affirmations and mantras. So my question for you is, what's one song or mantra that supported you on your healing journey?
I am a conqueror. That is by that's the song from oh my gosh, I don't know.
Sing a piece, that's what here.
Sing?
Yeah.
Audience. I can't sing it. I really can't sing it. Like,
I'm not asking you to be Whitney Houston. Let the audience hear the song.
Just hear this international. So, Conqueror by the Empire cast. That's from the Empire series, right? And
give us a piece.
Girl, I can't sing. But anyways, it said, I'd rather stand tall.
Ooh.
Than live on my knees.
Yes.
Cause I am a conqueror.
Hey.
And I don't accept defeat.
I am a conqueror. Love it. I have just a few more questions. If your healing journey was a book, what would the title be and why?
A book. Healing from Farm to Blender.
What? Tell us why.
So, during my healing journey, I did a lot of juicing, I did a lot of blending. So, it was fresh fruits from whether the farm, or from the market, to the blender or the juicer. So, that is what. So, through that process, I healed within that.
Okay, from farm to blender.
Yes.
Okay.
From
I
farm
thought
to
you were
blender.
going to say conqueror right there, but you
No.
said from farm to blender.
Yes.
All right, cool. If you could bottle one lesson from your journey and give it to the world, give it to the Nature Cures community, the Stacia Alicia community, the entire world, if you could bottle one lesson, what would it be?
One lesson. Show up for yourself no matter what.
Word, short and spicy. All right, this is my last question, and this podcast is called Nature Cures, so you know that it's about health and the different dimensions, perspectives, and modalities of healing naturally. So, after all that's been said and done, what does healing mean to you?
Healing embodies a lot of things. It's not just a physical thing. It is spiritual. And what it means to me is having a peace of mind, first of all. That you try only to control don't try to control things that that you have no powers over, but what is within your power, you control it. That will eliminate the stress. So you protect your peace of mind, your mental state. You have to decide that you want to heal up. For me, I decided I wanted to heal, and it starts with a peace of mind and surrounding myself with positivity and positive people.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
Get yourself in readiness to to just be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. That is what healing looks like. And from the outside, you're doing your exercise, and just surrounding yourself with positivity and positive people, and people who will always be there for you and will inspire and motivate you. So that's where it starts, and then just cleaning my inside out. So this is purging and purifying my body. It's just like having a glass filled with dirty water. You keep pouring clean water in that glass. Eventually that glass is going to be filled with clean water, so nothing dirty can be inside that. And that is what healing is for me. Just being pure and being true to you and showing up for yourself.
We can end on that note. Thank you so much, Kadeen, for sharing your incredible journey with us. Your story is a testament to the power of resilience, natural healing, and the importance of taking control of our health. To our listeners and viewers, I hope that today's episode inspired you as much as it inspired me. Remember, healing is a journey, not a destination, and every small step you take counts. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs to hear this story. You can find more episodes of Nature Cures with Stacia Alicia on Amazon Audible, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube Music. If you're watching on YouTube, check out the description section for links and to stay connected on social media. Let me know your thoughts on today's episode. If you're inspired to start your own healing journey, share your story with me. I'd love to hear it. Until next time, take care of yourself. And remember, nature cures. Blessed love.